Before we jump into today's show, I just wanted to let you know that I have got a brand new 3-part audio series available to download right now. If you head over to donnaeade.com/3-part audio, that's all one word, no spaces, you can download your How to Build Your Authority with Podcasting audio series. This is going to address guesting and hosting. So if you're interested in either of those and you want to know how to build your authority, head over to donnaeade.com/3-part audio. The link will be in the show notes. You're listening to the Mindset and Action Podcast, the place to be to grow and streamline your business. I'm your host, Donna Eade. Let's jump into the show. Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. I'm so glad to have you here for another mini Mindset Monday episode with me. I have a guest coming to share her mindset blocks with us today. Jo, welcome to the podcast.
Oh, thank you for having me here. It's great to be here.
So we have a episode coming out on Thursday, which is talking all about how less is more when it comes to your marketing. So if you are feeling a little burned out with everything that you're doing over on social media to try and get your business out there, definitely an episode to listen to. So come back to that one. But Jo, tell the listeners a little bit about what it is that you actually do for your business.
Sure. Okay. And so I am a marketing and brand strategy coach. I support business owners to build a marketing plan, a marketing approach that they actually enjoy. And I do that based in really digging deep into your personal brand, who you are, what you're all about, what makes you tick, why you started this business of yours in the first place, and what you want to get out of it.
Brilliant. I love that. So on our mini Mindset Mondays, what we do is we dive into a block that you've had that kind of got in your way in your business and what you kind of did to overcome it. So what was sort of the biggest block that you've kind of come up against, hit and thought, oh, I can't get over this. And but you've managed it because you're still here and you're still in business. So tell us about that for you.
Yeah. So my biggest one lately has literally been the overwhelm that comes from feeling I never have got enough time. Like there's not enough time in the day. And that leads you leads me anyway, right into the state of paralysis that literally you've got so much to do, that you do nothing. You just sit and the whole thing swirls round and round and round. And you do more and more and more nothing. And the things you've got to do get worse and worse and worse. You just want to go back to bed.
Mm-hmm. I've been there. I've been there. I think we can all agree that we have been there. So what is the process that you are undertaking to try and get around that? Because I think there's a lot of different ways that you can sort of overcome that for yourself. And I think we all find our own way, but it's really good to hear how somebody else is kind of dealing with it because it gives us tips that we might work for us.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I've tried all sorts of things, to be honest, because I'm a planner. You know, I do like to have things planned. I like to know what's supposed to happen and when. And I suppose it's probably when these things start to roll out of control or when you overrun on how long you think it's going to take you to do a certain thing. That's for me where the overwhelm really can begin to kick in.
Yeah.
Unintentionally. So I made a vision board at the beginning of last year, and without really intending it, I have it up here on the wall. It's actually, a lot of it is about managing boundaries, and boundaries really were the key. You know, it's all about know how to delegate, protect yourself, lean into your intuition, a lot of this kind of stuff. And has that helped me? I don't know, but I found it interesting that came out because I didn't expect to put it in. Anyway, so what have I done that has really helped me to sort this out? Boundaries have been absolutely critical. I think at the beginning of last year, my working week was, every day was crammed. It was just jammed full. You know, I would schedule everything. I'd know exactly what I was supposed to be doing day by day, hour by hour. I was actually using an online calendar at that time and just fill the thing up. You know, this is what I need to do. This is the time I've got, blah. And then it gets to the end of the week feeling absolutely guilty, terrible, all of this stuff. What I started to do, counterintuitive, but I started to actually build in time for thinking and for just doing things that replenish my energy, I guess, in the course of the day. And so I worked through various ways of trying to plan my time and ended up coming back to paper,
planner.
which is for me by far the best way because I can see it in front of me in a way that I can't see on the screen. It feels more immediate. I can check it whilst I'm also working. And what I booked in for myself is that after dropping off the children at school, every single day, I do exercise, I have my shower, and I write my journal. These 3 non-negotiables.
Mm-hmm.
Client meetings do not start until after I've done these 3 things. Nothing starts till after I've done these 3 things. And typically, whilst I'm out going for my run or I'm doing my workout downstairs, all the ideas will start to come into my head. I start to feel fresher and newer and better. And so I'm often recording voice notes on my phone whilst I'm out and about. But this exercise, shower, journal is the non-negotiable in my day, and that puts all the rest into a better perspective, I've found. The other thing that came to me strangely, just it kind of came into my head only a few months ago, was this sort of affirmation. I always have plenty of time for everything that matters. And it just came to me. And it helped me to feel or to remember that actually I get to choose what matters. That's the thing. I'm not claiming I've got loads of time. I've got the same amount as anybody else, but it's up to me to say what matters. Because I'm given the same amount of time as everybody else out there in this world. And I have got plenty of it. Just like the rest of us, 24 full hours a day. Hours, gosh. And I get to spend it on what matters. That's my choice.
Yeah. Oh, that so good. So good. And I'm smiling through that because I had something very similar happen with myself last year. And it wasn't necessarily the overwhelm of everything, like looking at the bigger picture. For me, it was sort of a daily issue where I decided to focus on my health a couple of years ago. And in doing that, I joined a membership where there are live classes because I'm somebody who just doesn't really have that motivation to go out and do it myself. I need that live aspect of it. So when I turn around and say to my vitality coach, I'm coming to Piloxing on Monday morning, Wednesday evening, and I'm going to do mat Pilates on Tuesday morning. When I say that to her, I feel like I've made a commitment to her because she shows up live for those classes every week. And then if I don't show up, I feel like I've let her down. And I know that it really should be an internal thing and you're letting yourself down, but it's what works for me. It gets me there. It gets me doing it. So that's fine. But what happens was she doesn't start those classes till 9:15. So then I'm not finished till 10:15. And then if it's Piloxing and I'm hot and sweaty, I kind of need a shower before I get mat Pilates I can get up from. But I'm not getting to my desk until sort of midday, almost like between sort of 11:30 and midday to start my work day. And then by 2-3 o'clock, I'm feeling like I'm so behind and I haven't got anything done and my day's been wasted. And it was really frustrating me. And I talked to my health coach about it. And she was just like, just put 2 things on your list that you need to get done in a day, even if one of those is exercise, because then you're ticking it off. You'll get the important things done. And like you were saying, I've got enough time for what I need in my day, what I need to do. And that was kind of her way of sort of getting me around that, which kind of worked. But this year I made the conscious decision that my work days don't start till 12. Now you may be looking at the clock right now, Joe's turning around going, Donna, it's before 12 o'clock. What are you talking about? But that's my choice. To do this. Before 12 because I don't have any exercise classes on a Friday morning, so I can bring my day forward if I want to. But what I have been doing is just exactly what you did. I take the time to do my meditation. I take the time to do my exercise. I have my breakfast. I go out for a walk. That's one of my new non-negotiables, is to go and do 2,000 steps minimum outside in the air so I can get that sunshine, that bit of vitamin D. And that is what I do. And I allow myself to not get to my desk until midday, and then I will work a bit later because my thing is I'm a bit of a night out anyway, and I tend to get my most productive at around 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm actually then I get into something and I'm really into it, and Matthew comes home and I'm like, yeah, no, I'll talk to me later. And I'm tip-tapping away, and I have dinner time is like my cut off. That's when I step away from work and join him. So I love that is your sort of process is very similar to mine in dealing with overwhelm, and it's something that we've both sort of challenging ourselves to be better this year.
Yeah. Yeah, and I love how you're using your own energy there. The times of day when you're better suited to doing certain thing is what you're doing at that time.
Yeah.
It makes so much sense. I mean, trying to fight it is constantly going to lead you back into that pit,
Yeah, I'm never going to be a 5 a.m. girl. It's just not in me. But when I looked at it, I was like, okay, so 5 a.m. they're getting up, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's sort of 4 hours, 3 hours between 5 and 9 that they're getting up, and they're doing their own thing. So that's just what I'm doing, but I'm starting at 8. So it's fine. I get up and I do my meditation. I will read for 10 minutes. Then I get up and I do my exercise, and that's how my morning starts. So I'm just shifting my hours, and I don't feel like because I don't get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'll be any less successful for it.
No, I had a big phase maybe 18 months ago where to try and combat the same problem, I started getting up and working at 5 a.m. and I did it for months. And I felt terrible by the end of it. I felt absolutely dreadful. I mean, I am a morning person, but that was too much. It was just, it felt too much of a chore. And I think you've got to go with what you can sustain.
Yeah. What feels good in your body. And that's so, so important these days. So brilliant. I absolutely love that. I hope that you got value out of that, guys, because I think it is definitely a common problem out there in the business world. Thank you so much for joining me today, Jo. Where can people find you online? Of course, they're going to come back on Thursday and listen to that episode with you, but where can they find you in the meantime?
Absolutely. They can find me probably best on LinkedIn. And so Jo Cowper Communications, you'll find me there on LinkedIn.
Brilliant. I'll link that in the show notes, guys. That is it for today's Mini Mindset Monday. Have a great day, and I'll see you on Thursday. Bye for now. If you're looking to build a deeper connection with your audience this year and you're a passionate business owner with a message to share, then I would love to help you do that via podcasting. If you're interested in starting a podcast this year, head over to donnaeade.com/apply to register your interest today. Don't forget to hit subscribe where you listen and rate and review the podcast if you've enjoyed it. You can also share this episode with a friend. It is a great way to help the podcast out to get to more listeners just like you.